Hello, Joyful Soul community. This is Letty. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Joyful Souls. That is the goal. That is what this whole focus and my intention is for this channel is that we will support one another in energy, with vibration, with prayers, and whatever we can do to stay in the light, right? Keep things positive, keep things really as moving forward, just especially right now. I think there's a lot of energies, a lot of things happening in the world that might be causing some hardship for us. And so I wanted to talk today about the power of prayer. The power of prayer is humongous. It's just huge, guys. It's huge. Prayer is is beyond words. I have to say, I just don't have enough words to explain how powerful prayer can be. But not just praying for somebody when something's wrong, right? Not just praying for a miracle, praying for healing, praying for, a good resolution to a situation, legal situation, whatever it might be. But praying for the world, praying for the day to be a good day, praying for, peace in all kinds of other countries, in other cities, with your family and friends. But the other thing that I want to talk today about is the power of group prayer. So group prayer is, I have to say, extremely powerful. I have been called to start up some prayer groups and healing groups in this last year. And man, oh man, it is so amazing. I have learned so much, not only from my participation in putting these groups together, but really truly in what I receive from my prayer partners, from my soul sisters, from my soul families that are out there. Um, when you come together, as they say, when two or more are gathered in a name, so there shall I be, right? Jesus, um, Yeshua, God, whatever you want to call that entity, that being that guides us, that supports us, that loves us, the great I am that I am. But what Jesus did say that in the Bible. Okay, so wherever two or more are gathered in my name, so there shall I be. And that is really important to take into the consideration, especially right now, where there's so many changes. Things are coming. We're kind of getting back a little bit, and depending on where you live in the world. It's just been a hard comeback for everybody. Those of us that had COVID, or those of us that have just been really careful, where we go, what we do, who we see, not to get COVID. But it doesn't matter where you are in the world. We've all been affected by it. And I just have to say that the prayer group started as a nudge from God for me to get things going and just put it out there. And I saw a post one day on Mighty Networks, which is my Channeling Jesus community. And somebody said, my friend said, hey, would you guys be interested in putting together a healing group? And I responded, and a bunch of us responded. And the coolest thing, the coolest thing is it was already a year old. The post was already a year old. And we didn't know that. We were just responding. We didn't look at the date, but there was so much interest. We all just we gravitated to wanting to do prayers and wanting to come together as a group of souls, right? To pray for the world, for each other. And that was over a year ago. So that group has, we've been praying together consistently every week. Another group formed out of that, and then another group formed out of that. So I have to say that, wherever you are, look for like-minded people, try to align yourself with people who can pray with you. I did a video early on, guys, about, praying, and there's no right or wrong way to pray. There isn't anything that you have to do specifically. You don't have to buy a certain pair of shoes, or you don't have to sit in a certain kind of way, or say something special. God is listening to you all the time. But when you put the groups together, you have all these different energies coming together, all these different personalities, different, I would say probably like strengths. Like we all have different strengths, and we bring something to the table. So if you're feeling like you want to start a prayer group, do it. Listen to the nudge, listen to that little voice in your head saying, hey, you got to get some friends involved and start a prayer group. And it's also really important to feel supported right now. everybody that we have in our groups, we've all had a moment where we're just like, oh God, there's so much energy. There's ups and downs and in betweens and sideways. And we're all dealing with things that are coming up for us to have to forgive or coming up for us to heal. And it's been amazing. It's so much easier to do that kind of work when you have someone that can help you. When you have a group of friends, a group of sisters, a group of prayer partners that can hear you. And there's no judgment, right? There's no judgment. Everybody's there to support one another. Everybody's there with one common goal, and that is to pray, that is to send love, that is to send light, the light of Christ, Christ consciousness. And really, honestly, you're giving. So you're doing something for someone else. You're in service to that person when you come together and you guys can do, you share and you grow and you learn. It's very special. Very, very, very special, but more importantly, very powerful. So please consider starting a group, finding someone that you can connect with. You can do Zooms. Guys, my prayer groups, they're all on Zooms. I have one group that meets in person. And even then, I send stuff in the text group, right? I'm always sending things. And it's important. It's important to stay connected. That's where we're headed in this ascension. So we're headed to more community. We're headed to a lot more collaboration. We're headed to just be mindful of each other, to show up for one another, to create a world of unity consciousness, of togetherness, of love, 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 and joy. So if this is resonating with you and you're feeling it in your heart and you've been getting this message, okay, in your everyday moments, right? Washing the dishes, walking the dog, vacuuming the floor, wherever you are, if you're starting to feel like you wouldn't, you need to have maybe a partner or somebody to do it with, or maybe you should start a group, then listen to your guides. Those are your guides and angels talking to you. And they are saying, yes, 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 yes. So this is short and sweet. Please consider starting a prayer group. Let's bring this vibration up. Let's put more love out into the world. We definitely need it. No matter where we are in the world, guys, and no matter how old you are, or what your socioeconomic status is, or what culture you are from, or what your race is, or your sex is, it does not matter. You are eternal. Your soul is eternal. And you are soul, you are spirit here having a human experience. So let's try to make it easy and a little bit better. Right? Let's all come together and do that. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is quick, this is easy, but it's impactful, and it's from my heart to your heart and definitely to God's ears. So God bless you wherever you are in this moment. You know the deal. You know what I'm going to say. In this moment, you are loved. God bless you. Namaste.